The special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Surface Master, and Rising Hope Counseling.
We'll take off for a second. Dean, outdoors right field. That one is going to get out for Bennett Dean. 5 runs driven in.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, Air Tech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, and B&B Equipment.
Zabel on the 3-0, outdoors center field. That's far, that's gone. A 3-run homer for Gray Zabel. And it's a 3-1 lead.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Birding Electric, Olson Plumbing, and Agtegra.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back on it deep is Rue. He's going to turn and watch it sail over for a home run. And Andy Gordon, his first home run of the season, first home run of his career.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, and Lamb Motor.
The 2-1 pitch. Stout out towards right field. Did he get enough of it? Is it going to go? And walk off. Grand slam for Garrett Stout.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Kathy's Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. And now, with the call of today's action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And we welcome you here to Sioux Falls as we are getting set for the Dakota Classic first game of the day. And we might actually get started here a little early as Post-8 will be taking on Wayzata as they are taking the field. As you may be watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, I'm not sure how long this broadcast will go on YouTube. A little bit warm outside, not a whole lot of shade to go under with it. But we will try and have our best here for Post-8 taking on Wayzata. We have starting lineups for Post-8. It is Elliott Life leading things off, playing center field. The DH McGuire Rasky will bat second. Jaden Wiebe will bat third and play second base. It'll be Andy Gordon, the third baseman, batting fourth. Cade Hinkle, the catcher, batting fifth. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat sixth. Brady Getz, the first baseman, batting seventh. Matt Hansen will bat eighth, play shortstop, and Isaac Pollock is the right fielder, batting ninth. As waiting for the lineup, looks like we do have that line. We'll go with the starting pitcher for Wayzata, and it is going to be Grog that is going to be the pitcher for Wayzata, as I only have last names right now. I'll get that all taken care of for you, but Grog will be the man that's on the mound for Wayzata. They're the home team in this ball game. Post-8 will be the road team 3 times out of the 4 games that they play. As we'll try and get you those first names as well, but Grog is the man that is on the mound for Wayzata, and their opening game as well has been just 1 game apiece for both these teams tonight. Their first game is right now, and they will be playing 2 games tomorrow and a game on Sunday. Only Sioux Falls West, they will be the team that will not be playing on Sunday. Everybody else will be playing on Sunday here right back at Harmon 2. We'll be at Harmon 1 tomorrow for our games both at 5 and 7:30 as we are set for baseball here top of the first inning. As we welcome you in here on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. If the broadcast will go a little bit different camera angle, but Elliott Life will step on the mound. Here's the first pitch. It'll be grounded to the first base side, and it'll be foul. And that'll be at 7:20 here this evening. In Wayzata, Minnesota, their first game. Norfolk, Nebraska sitting in the driver's seat already. They're 2-0 without allowing a run in their 2 games. A 12-0 win over Jackson, Minnesota, and a 15-0 win over Sioux Falls West. 0-1 pitch is fouled the plate, and it's quickly 0-2. Here to the leadoff hitter Elliott Life. A.J. Grog is the man on the mound. 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a foul tip. We'll do it again here at 0-2. Got the lineups just a little bit. I got it right before first pitch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Or, 0-2 pitch. It's outside, and it's now 1-2. Grog, the right-hander, will deliver here the 1-2 pitch. Life out towards right center field. That one's going back. Still going back. Looking up, and it's going to hit the bottom of the wall. Elliott Life will round second. He's going to try for a leadoff triple. The throw coming in. Elliott Life's going to be standing up at third base. A leadoff triple to open up the Dakota Classic for Post States. Put a charge in that one to the starting center fielder. That'll be McGuire Askey to be the DH. He's coming up batting second here for Post State. Post State hit the ball really well against Post 22. And out-hit him 19-15 as the first pitch is fouled away. And it is 0-1. Try and get you the full lineup on all the positions here in just a little bit. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the outside edge and take it for strike two. You can see that if you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, not going to be able to see the base pass very well. Got the chain link fence right in front of us. Not much to look around. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the outside corner and taken for strike three. And there's the first out of the ball game. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Jaden Wiebe, with Life over at third. It's a big inning here for Post State already. Having the leadoff triple, you want to make sure he comes in and scores. First pitch to Wiebe will bounce in for ball one. 7:20 with the first pitch, 10 minutes ahead of schedule. 7:30 was our scheduled start time. Nothing wrong with being a little early. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It'll bounce in. It's now 2-0. Post State comes in at 10-6 on the season. An 8-game winning streak that was snapped in their last game against Post 22. A 2-1 loss to the Hard Hats. Went 2-1 in the regular season against Post 22. A winning record against them. That one will bounce in. Good block from the catcher, and the count's now 3-0. So not very often do you get a winning record against a Post 22 team at any point. That was the first time that they had won a game at the Fitz against Post 22 since the 2017 state tournament. 3-0 pitch to Wiebe, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk. And it's now first and third with one down, and it'll bring up Andy Gordon. So it'll be side Schlag at third. Actually, we'll try and get around the order here in just a moment. Still trying to get the batting order written down here for. Here's the first pitch. That one's popped up by Gordon. That one's going into shallow right field. The second baseman going out, can't make the catch. Elliott Life, he's caught up. The throw to second's going to be in time. And they've got Wiebe out at second. Life did not score. So there is 2 down here in the top of the first inning. It'll be a fielder's choice for Andy Gordon. And you have to score I believe a 9-4. I believe the right fielder was the one that got to it. Krenner out in right field was able to get to it. So now it is going to be Cade Hinkle, the catcher, who was in that leadoff spot when Lincoln Keenels isn't here, but Elliott Life took that, had a leadoff triple. He's still standing at third with 2 outs here in the top of the first. First pitch to Hinkle. That's a base hit to the right side, and Post State will take a 1-0 lead. Gordon will stop at second. An RBI single here for Hinkle. And the Eights cash in on the leadoff triple from Life. And it's a 1-0 lead for Post State. As it'll bring up now Jack Merquan. Jackson Edmonds up here with the Senior Legion team. We'll probably see him pitch at some point over these 3 days. Guaranteed 3 days. We play tonight, tomorrow at 5 and 7:30, and then Sunday at 9:30 in the morning. First pitch to Merkwan's over for a strike. If Post State would win the pool, they would go to Harrisburg and play Sunday night in the quarterfinal matchup. If they win that one, then they play in the semifinals on Monday, and the championship is also on Monday. Merkwan gets off the fist. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop. No throw able to make it happen. The throw is going to come to third base, though. Gordon got too far off the bag. Now Gordon will get back. Trying to get back. He's tagged out, and Post State will run into a third out. Merkwan will get credit for the single, but Gordon's thrown out in the pickle, and that will retire the side here in the top of the first. 1 run scores on 3 hits in the inning. There was no errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. Post State has a 1-0 lead over Wayzata. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back here, bottom of the first inning, as Post State has a 1-0 lead, it is going to be on the mound Bennett Dean. He will make the starts for the Eights and has given that first inning lead with the RBI single from Cade Hinkle, the catcher. As we'll go around the defensive positioning here in just a little bit, we'll go through that batting order for this team as Wayzata will have Siechlag, BC, King, O'Brien, Krenner, Haugen, Ramler, Hinderleg, and Nicole be the 9 hitters for this Wayzata team, as they actually will not have the first names for anybody. So we will be a little struggle here this afternoon, but Bennett Dean will look to work with that 1-run lead, and really with how Norfolk has played to give yourself a shot to win the pool, it's going to have to be a perfect outing in every single game, because the Eights will most likely have to go 4-0. Norfolk's already got 2 wins. At the very least, you go 3-1 with a win against Norfolk. First pitch from Dean is just a bit upstairs, and it's taken high for ball 1 to Siechlag, the third baseman. Here's the 1-0 pitch as outside, and it's now 2-0. 3 hits in that first inning for Post State. That one is outside, and it's now 3-0 here. Ben Dean trying to find the strike zone in the first batter, Siechlag. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Swinging on 3-0. Ground ball up the middle and past Matt Hansen into center field. And the leadoff man is aboard to open up the bottom of the first inning. And BC will follow the center fielder. Then King, the catcher. O'Brien, the shortstop. Krenner, the right fielder. Haugen, the second baseman. Ramler, the DH. Hinderleg, the first baseman. And Nicole, the left fielder. Here in the bottom of the first inning, just joining us, thinking first pitch was going to be made at 7:30. We are already in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch is over for a strike. Got started 10 minutes early. Here in the lone game tonight for Post State. Play at 5 o'clock tomorrow against that Norfolk, Nebraska team. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's taken for a strike. The throw to second goes off the glove of Jaden Wiebe. And so it'll be a stolen base for Siechlag. But there are 2 strikes on the hitter. And BC. Yeah, unique angle here because of how we're set up. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. And it gets stopped by Hinkle, and it's now 1-2. And here early on in this Dakota Classic, a couple teams have played twice, other than just Norfolk, Nebraska, but the only one in Post State's pool. Jackson, Minnesota at 0-2 right now as the 1-2 pitch was missed, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's now the 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball to Wiebe on the right side. He'll make the play. The runner did not go to third. Gets from the high throw, was able to get back down the bag. And it's going to be a 4-3 putout, but Seaschlag did not take off for third base. Any ball that's hit to the right side, you want that runner to take off. But he will stand at second, and here's King, the catcher. Dean, first pitch, outside edge, taken for a strike. Get a chance to see the strike zone a little bit better just because we're basically right in line with the umpire, catcher Cade Hinkle. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That will bounce in. Good block there from Hinkle. And the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the way it looks, he'll be generous on the corners, which is every bit of a pitcher's umpire, as that one is fouled on the right side. It's now 1-2. Love to see a wider strike zone. It's always makes things much, much better. Count is 1-2. The number 3 hitter, King. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Dean will get a strikeout. There's the second out, his first of the evening. And I'll bring up O'Brien. Leadoff single from Seaschlag on a 3-0 pitch. Stole second base, but he stands still there at second with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. First pitch is taken for a strike. Across the knees. Last time Post State played in a true Dakota Classic. Last year it was a little bit of a split. 0-1 pitch is grounded over. That one will be foul just past the third base bag. Andy Gordon over there made the play, but it was ruled foul. Merquan's out left, Elliott Life in center, Isaac Pollock in right, Gordon at third, Hanson at short, Wiebe at second, Getz at first, Hinkle behind the plate. Dean's got an 0-2 count, looking to end this bottom of the first. From the stretch, here's the 0-2 outside. It's now 1-2. Post State played last year at a little mixture of the Dakota Classic. About half the teams played one weekend, the other half played another weekend. But 2 years ago they were here and they went to the semifinals, ended up losing to West Fargo. That one will get off of Hinkle, get to the right side, and taking third base will be Seaschlag. And there's a runner on third here with 2 away, and the count's now 2-2. Post State lost to that West Fargo team in just 4 innings because you get a 12-run rule after 4 in this tournament. West Fargo ended up winning that tournament against, as that one's out indoors left center field. Elliott Life will not get to it. It'll be a tie ball game. It lands in front at a 2-out RBI single. Ties the ball game up from O'Brien. And that'll bring up Krenner. And the team that they beat in that tournament to win the championship 2 years ago, West Fargo, they beat Norfolk, Nebraska, who is the team that Post State will play in the first game of 2 tomorrow. Sioux Falls West is that second game. First pitch from Dean is over for strike 1. Be interesting to see who throws against Sioux Falls West. That's going to be the biggest game of the Dakota Classic because there's seat points on the line. There's a ground ball to Hanson over at short. He'll go over to first base. A low throw picked out by Getz, and that will retire the side. Here in the bottom of the first. 1 run scores on 2 hits in the inning. No errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the second. We're squared here 1-1 between Pierre and Wayzata. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
As we welcome you back here, top of the second inning, as it will be 7-8-9. Brady Getz, Matt Hansen, Isaac Pollock in a 1-1 tie between Post State and Wayzata here in the opening game of the Dakota Classic for both these teams. The final game of the night of the Dakota Classic, as the Eights will play here tonight in the final game. They'll play the final two games for the pool tomorrow night, and the first game, one of only two, on Sunday morning, as we'll be back here at Harmon 2 for the Sunday morning game. Here's Brady Getz. First pitch to him is taken for a strike, as it was Grog that worked out of a leadoff triple, allowed just one run to score. Both leadoff hits came in to score. That one's fouled straight back. You hear the fence reverberating from the foul ball by Getz. I guess there's technically a chance we get a foul ball, but very unlikely. We are right behind home plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Getz swings and misses. The leadoff man is retired on a strikeout. Second strikeout of the ball game for Grog, and it'll bring up Matt Hansen. There's Nicole in left, BC in center, Krenner in right, Seatschlag at third, O'Brien at short, Higgins the second baseman, Hinderleg the first baseman, King behind the plate as he receives strike one from Grog, the pitcher, with Matt Hansen, the shortstop, to the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is fouled out of play. And it's now 0-2. You'll be able to hear a lot of other games going on around us. There's two other games that will be taking place at the same time. Harmon 1's playing right now, along with what will be at some point a field to our right with the younger kids. 1-2 pitch is a chopper to the third baseman. High chopper to Seatschlag. The throw to first is going to be in time, just barely. And there's now two away. And that'll bring up Isaac Pollock, trying to get something started with two here at the top of the second. Pollock is available to throw on Saturday after throwing a 76-pitch shutout on Wednesday. Just needed 3 days rest. Actually, on Tuesday, he needed 3 days rest. First pitch is taken for a strike. This is his final day, so he could come back and either throw against Norfolk or Sioux Falls West. And he has been very good as a pitcher for Post State. 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 1-1. To have him available on Saturday for your two games and have the quality pitcher that Pollock has been this year. That one's grounded foul right down the first base line, and it's 1-2. But having Pollock be such a good pitcher and a reliable pitcher in the three starts he's had, he's gone 6 innings at least in all 3 of his starts with a complete game shutout in his last effort. That one's a chopper over the mound, backhanded on the run by the shortstop. The throw to first is going to be in time, and a good play from O'Brien. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Wayzata here in the top of the second. We had the bottom of the second, 1-1 score between Pierre and Wayzata. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
Bottom of the second inning. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 here for Wayzata, as Hagen, Rambler, and Hinderleg will be the first three hitters in a 1-1 tie here in Game 1 of the Dakota Classic. Norfolk, Nebraska, they are 2-0 as we pull out the schedule. A 6-2 win for Sioux Falls West to open up the pool over Jackson, Minnesota. There's a ground ball to Hanson on the first pitch. He'll wait for it. The high throw. Getz is able to stay on the bag. And a one pitch, one out here in the open up the top or the bottom of the second inning. And they'll bring up the number 7 hitter, Rambler. A 6-2 win for Sioux Falls West as they start out 1-0. Then Norfolk beat Jackson, Minnesota 12-0 in game number 2. And then Norfolk won 15-0 over Sioux Falls West in the third game of the day. So they are 2-0. Here's the second pitch that's lined, and Wiebe jumps and just can't make the catch. Goes into right center field. Pollock is there to keep Rambler at a single. And that was nearly an incredible play from Jade Wiebe. As there's one on and one out here in the bottom of the second. Hinderleg will be the next hitter. Dean work from the stretch. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. So Norfolk, who will play their lone game tomorrow against Pierre, at scheduled for 5 o'clock. That'll be over at Harmondon 1. We'll have a better camera angle for you. That was popped foul and out of play. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Then Pierre will play Sioux Falls West at 7:30. And 9:30 in the morning. Quick turnaround. By the time we get done, be around 12 hours between the end of that game on Saturday night, as that one will be taken for a strike, and it's now 1-2, to playing the final game of pool play. And again, if they do win, they have a long break. If they win the pool, they'll have a long break until they would play Sunday night. Ground ball left side. That's down the third base line, and it's fair. It's going to be first and second here with one down, as Hinderleg is now 1 for 1. And that'll bring up now Nicole, the number 9 hitter. So 4 hits so far here for Wayzata. The second and third hitters in the inning have reached base. With one down here in the bottom of the second. First pitch, there's a line shot that's right over the head of Hanson into left field, all the way towards the wall. Be cut off by the left fielder, Merquan. One run will come in to score. And Wayzata has taken their first lead with another RBI single, their third straight hit. And 2 of those 3 hits have been inches away from being caught by both the middle infielders, Jane Wiebe and Matt Hanson. So instead it'll be first and third here with one down. 2-1 lead for the home team, Wayzata. And it's back to the top of the order for Seachlag, who singled the lead off the bottom of the first inning at a 3-0 count. And then a pitch right back up the middle. Here's the first pitch from Dean. Almost taken for a strike on the 2-seam fastball. We'll see the pitches a little bit better here from where we're sitting at compared to any other press box, although I do like the press box much better. Here's a throw to second on a steal, and it's going to get into center field as Hanson couldn't corral it. So another run will come in to score, and it's a 3-1 lead now. And at second base will be Nicole, and the error will be charged to Hinkle on the throw. So there's the first error from Post State, and the count is 1-1. With now a 3-1 lead here for Wayzata. Seachlag will call time. He'll get back out, regather himself with a 1-1 count. One down here in the bottom of the second. Gordon playing just in front of the bag over at third base. 1-1 pitch comes inside, and it's now 2-1. .410, I believe that says down the right straightaway center. That one will bounce, get just behind Hinkle, and to third base will be Nicole. And it's a 3-1 count, a runner on third. Beasley is on deck. He grounded the second baseman, Weeby in his first at bat. 3-1 pitch, he'll line it the other way. And it's now 3-2. This Wayzata team has looked sharp, swing the bat for the first time through the order. 5 hits, the first 9 guys. Going up the ladder this time, and that will go in the right center field. That'll be down for a base hit. Bullock will cut it off. Another single, their 4th straight single, and it's a 4-1 lead here for Wayzata. This team's climbing the ladder. They're swinging at everything, and they're getting base hits. They're 6 hit already here with 1 down the bottom of the second, 4 straight. But it's one of those things, if you change just even it goes a foot lower on those line shots. There's a swing and a miss upstairs from the number 2 to BC. But those 2 hits over the head of Weeby and Hansen, you drop them down by about maybe even 6 inches out of the inning without any damage. But instead, 3 runs have come in to score on 4 straight hits. And it counts now 1-1 to the center fielder, BC. Seachlag will lead away from first. That one is popped foul and out of play. And we will have a 1-2 count. You know, only game here, just one game here tonight. 1 game Sunday morning, although it could turn into a second game at the end. Here's a 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and there's a second strikeout for Benedine. Second out here in the bottom of the second inning. And I'll bring in the number 3 hitter, King.
Here we go, man.
But Post State has to win the pool to play Sunday night in Harrisburg. Reminder that Sunday morning's game will be on Capital City Rock. Still be on YouTube at KCCR Sports. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to King. But it will be on Capital City Rock on the radio because of the church service that will air at 11 o'clock on KCCR. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one is flown out towards left field. Merquan going back. He's still going back. He will not be able to make the catch. And a roll on the top of him. Rounding third and coming in to score is going to be Seachlag. It's going to be a 2-out RBI double for King. And it's now a 5-1 lead here for Wayzata. That one just continued to go back. It's a pretty long way out into left center field. At 330 out left, straight away, or down the line, 330 down the lines. 410 out in center field. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for Wayzata. Let's see if we can see what number that is. As looks like it's Leesburg that will be the courtesy runner out at second base. First pitch is over for strike 1 to O'Brien, the shortstop, who had the RBI single that tied the game up with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just a bit outside, maybe a little high, and it's now 1-1. Runner on second here with 2 down in the bottom of the second. Here's 1-1 pitch. On bounce in front. Hinkle will block it up. It's now a 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Dean. That one is outside, and the count is now 3-1 here to O'Brien. Don't have to really give in. He's the cleanup hitter. Krenner is on deck, but there is a base open. So nothing too good here for O'Brien to hit. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Dean. That one is taken for a strike, goes up in the zone. So it is now a full count here with 2 away. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Getz will stay down on it. He'll tag the bag at first, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the second. 4 runs coming to score. 5 hits in the inning for Wayzata. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the third. It is a 5-1 lead here for Wayzata over Pierre. Listen to Post 8 Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Ah, this is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Top of the third inning in a game that is a 5-1 lead for Wayzata. John Winkler here on this Friday evening as we welcome you in. We have our first substitution as it'll be Raichi that will come in the game for Siechschlag at third base. Not sure if there was an injury that caused Siechschlag to come out, but it is going to be our first sub, and Elliott Life, the top of the order for Post 8. Life, Rasky, and Wiebe, the first 3 hitters for the Eights here in the top of the third. Here's the first pitch to Elliott Life. As just a bit outside for ball 1. Life led off the game with a triple. Came home to score on the RBI single from Henkel. Gave Post 8 a 1-0 lead. But it is a 5-1 advantage now for Wayzata here in the top of the third. Counts 2-0 to Life. First 2 pitches have missed outside. Here comes the 2-0 on the left-hander. That one is fouled back. Elliott Life fouled several pitches off right at the plate in his first at-bat before he shot out towards deep right center field to pick up a leadoff triple. The right-hander in Grog delivers a 2-1 pitch. That one's popped foul, a good out of play. And it'll land harmlessly away from several spectators watching on Harmon 1. Here comes now the 2-2 pitch. That is outside, and the count is now full here to Elliott Life. McGuire Askew struck out looking in his first at-bat. He is on deck. Here's a payoff pitch. That is outside, but taken for strike 3. And Elliott Life is down on strikes to open up the top of the third. Third strikeout of the ball game now for Grog. 1 in each of the 3 innings.
Good job, Leg. Put a frame in that thing.
Here's a second lefty in the order, McGuire Rasky. 3 left-handers in total. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Get all the way to the backstop. Jaden Wiebe, run through your living room and run back through. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-0. Yeah, chance for a foul ball straight back. It might scare you a little bit if you're watching YouTube, watching your living room. If you're not fully paying attention to the screen, it might jolt you. 2-0 pitch. That is upstairs and outside, and the count's now 3 balls, no strikes here to McGuire Askew. Jaden Wiebe is on deck. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That was a 4-pitch walk that's issued to McGuire Askew. Let's see if Post 8 can work with that here with 1 down in the top of the third inning and bring up Jaden Wiebe, who drew a 4-pitch walk himself in his first plate appearance back in the top of the first inning. He was left stranded. Actually, he was thrown out at second on a pop-up from Andy Gordon that was not caught. Sioux Falls East, they beat Omaha Gross 7-6. That one is out towards right center field. That's down for Wiebe. Rasky will read it perfectly as he'll get himself to third base. The throw came to third, so Jaden Wiebe will take second on the throw, and it's second and third here with one down. He's ruled a single for Wiebe, but he'll take second. Good base running by both those runners of Rasky and Wiebe to take those extra bases. Rasky knew it as soon as it was hit that it was going to get down, so he never broke stride, rounding second to third base. And when that throw came across and ended up going to the third baseman, Wiebe was on his horse to second. First pitch to Andy Gordon's taken high for ball one. He's in the cleanup spot with Wiebe overtaking the number 3 spots. Early Life moving to the top of the order. Gordon will fall back to the cleanup hitter, where he's been comfortable hitting there before. Better part of the last 2 years, he's been the cleanup hitter. 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball to the left side. They're not going to throw it home. They're going to throw it to first. They will retire Gordon. It's going to be an RBI ground out. There's 2 down. Wiebe took third base. He was off with contact over to third in front of the shortstop, but Gordon is thrown out. 6-3 on the putout and an RBI for Andy Gordon. And there's now a 5-2 ball game, 2 away. And here's now Cade Hinkle. He is the third of 3 lefties in this order. First pitch is taken for a strike. The other lefty, actually a couple other lefties, I can still swing it. One is on the mound, and Ben and Dean, Jackson Edmond also over there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is outside, and it's now 1-1. Runner on third, 2 down here at the top of the third inning. 5-2 is their score. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Hinkle trying to drive in that second run. It's a ground ball. The shortstop up the glove. Still fielded by the shortstop. The throw will get away from the first baseman, and it'll get into the dugout. It actually gets out of play past the dugout, so Hinkle will stay at second, and it will be an air charge to the shortstop with a run coming in. No RBI for Hinkle, but Post State still threatening with a runner in scoring position here when 2 away. As it'll be Jack Merkwan. Gary Nedved will come out to a courtesy run for Hinkle. And courtesy run for the pitcher, I believe for the pitcher and catcher. But both teams are using the courtesy runner for those catchers right now. Here's the first pitch to Jack Merkwan, comes inside for ball 1. Merkwan got a base hit as an infield single. Fisted it to the shortstop where he was able to beat out the throw. But then Gordon was thrown out. There's a line shot for Merkwan. That's down for a base hit. Rounding third is Nedved. He's going to come in to score. It's a 5-4 ball game, a 3-run inning here for Post State. An RBI single for Jack Merkwan. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Nice hitting there from the sophomore, soon to be junior. And it's Post State has quickly pulled within 1. Might be seeing ourselves a high-scoring ball game. Here, 9 runs have scored with 2 outs at the top of the third, a 5-4 split. Wayzata leading by 1. Brady Getz struck out swinging his first at-bat, led off the top of the second with a strikeout. He's back to the plate here with 2 outs in the top of the third. See if Merkwan will go in motion at any point here in this at-bat. First pitch, Getz will float it towards right center field. That one will get over the head of the second baseman and gets down. Merkwan will around second. He's on his way to third. The throw coming in, and it's going to be off of Merkwan, still right next to the bag. But Merkwan's safe. Getz is over at first. There's another 2-out single, and it's first and third to bring up Matt Hansen, who could tie the ball game up as quick as Wayzata took the lead in the bottom of the second. We'll have a mound visit here from the Wayzata coach. With 2 down here in the top of the third inning, you are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as we hit the 8 o'clock hour on this Friday evening. 1 run in the top of the first and the bottom of the first for each of those 2 teams. Post State went down in order in the top of the second. A 4-run second inning on 5 hits for Wayzata. And Pierre has scored 3 runs so far on 3 hits and an error. And still potentially could be seeing them tie this ball game up if Hansen can put a ball in play and reach. Isaac Pollock, the number 9 hitter, he'd be the number 9 man in the inning to come to the plate if Hansen's able to pass it along. Hansen ground out to the third baseman in his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Matt Hansen. Here's a pop-up left side. Third baseman and Ricci were heading over for it. He's going to run out of room and laying out of play. And it is 0-1 here to the shortstop, Hansen. Been moving up and down the lineup quite a bit and hit the ball well the last couple of games. 0-1 pitch comes in and hits Hansen. And Matt Hansen will be on with 2 away. And it'll bring up Isaac Pollock with the bases loaded. 2 down here in the top of the third inning. Pollock grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. Boy, a base hit here. Gets us over at second base. With the bases loaded, he might be able to score on a base hit. First pitch is taken outside for ball 1. He's going to be off with contact anyway. And Post State could quickly take the lead back. Counts 1-0 here to Pollock from the windup, the 1-0 pitch. On the outside edge, taken for a strike, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Burkwan at third, gets at second. Hansen over at first. With 2 down here in the top of the third, here's the 1-1 pitch. Pollock out towards right field, moving over, sliding. He can't make the catch. It gets down. Getzel around third. He's going to come in to score. A 2 RBI, 2-out single for Isaac Pollock. And the Post State has the lead back. They lead at 6-5. And still first and second. A runner in scoring position. Back to the top of the order for Elliott Life. Good effort there from the right fielder. Krenner just couldn't quite come away with it. And it'll bring up Life now with 2 away. Runners at first and second. 6-5 lead now for the Eights. First pitch is taken outside for ball 1. He struck out looking to open up the inning. Andy Gordon, the number 4 hitter in the inning, he grounded out for the second out. He got an RBI with it. But it's been 5 straight men that have reached base. And Elliott Life will ground it to the right side. It'll be fielded by the first baseman, Hinderleg. And he will step on the bag to end the inning. But 10 men come to the plates. Post State scores 5 times in the inning to reclaim a lead, now leading 6-5. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
ATVs provide wonderful outdoor recreation, but they can also rapidly spread noxious weeds. An ATV can pick up noxious weeds in one area and spread them to the next area in which it is used. When you finish your ride, make sure your ATV is free of weeds and weed seeds. Cleaning your machine is important in stopping the spread of noxious weeds like leafy spurge. To find out how you can help prevent the spread of noxious weeds, call the South Dakota Department of Agriculture or your local county weed and pest supervisor.
Bottom of the third inning, a 6-5 lead for Post State. As Wayzata will send it up to the plate, it will be 5, 6, and 7. Krenner, the lone man that didn't bat in the bottom of the second inning, he will come to the plate first. It'll be Hagen and then Ramler, the first 3 hitters. Both these teams are looking to start on a good note in this Dakota Classic. Norfolk already 2-0. They played Sioux Falls West. Some team was going to go 2-0. But they've got to put themselves in the driver's seat after day 1. If Post State wins this ball game here, it'll set up potential of a chance to clinch a pool, really, almost a pool championship type game. There's a ground ball to the left side. Gordon will field. There's a throw to first. The leadoff man's retired in just 2 pitches to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Be Hagen now the second baseman, ground out to the shortstop Hansen in his first at bat. He actually left the bottom of the second. So the last 2 half innings, it was a 4-run inning for Wayzata after the leadoff man was retired on the first pitch, and then a 5-run inning for Post State after the leadoff man was retired. First pitch to Hagen will miss for ball 1. 1-0 pitch will be low and is now 2-0. Because of Norfolk being 2-0, if they would beat Post State, they would be just all but in. There's a ground ball to the right side off of Wiebe, and it'll skip towards right field. And it will be a base runner here with 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd. Still a ground ball could get you out of it. Rambler, who singled in his first at bat, the DH. See if what they want to rule that, I believe, is going to be an error on Wiebe. But Rambler now will come to the plate. Here's the first pitch. There was no throw to second base as the runner started to take off at the second. I think Rambler might have gotten the peripherals of, or where Hinkle couldn't see the runner at first base through the corner of his eye. I saw that he stopped. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one's popped up left side. Gordon will go into foul territory. He will make the catch. And there's now 2 down. And that'll bring up Hinderleg, the first baseman, with 2 away. He singled on his steal to second, end up going to the center field. Allowed a run to score. There's a ground ball left side just past the diving Andy Gordon into left field. And the inning will continue. Now first and second for the number 9 hitter, Nicole, to come with the plates. He is 1 for 1 RBI single. That gave Wayzata their first lead. They tacked on a couple more, made it 4-1, but Post State now has the lead back 6-5. That pitch is going to be in the dirt and just out of the glove of Hinkle. Runner at second, and Hagen was off as soon as it hit the dirt. Hinkle had popped up, might have had a chance at him, but it fell out of the glove, so he had no opportunity to throw at Hagen. So there are runners at the corners here with 2 away. Counts 1-0 here to Nicole. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to Wiebe. That is going to be gobbled up. He'll flip it to Hanson at second to retire the side. And Wiebe made sure he sat down on that one. Almost sat down on it too long, but he still makes the play. No run score. 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 4th. It's a 6-5 lead for the 8s over Wayzata. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
Top of the 4th inning, 2, 3, and 4 here for the 8s. As it'll be McGuire, Rasky, Jaden Wiebe, and Andy Gordon. He might reach his base and go back to Kane Hinkle. The 8s are going to try and extend their 1-run lead as we open up the top of the 4th inning. 8s had a 1-0 lead at the top of the 1st, but it was a tie ball game heading to the 2nd. The first chance to hit with the lead here at the Dakota Classic. Their opening game of the Sioux Falls West pool. 8 pools in total, 5 teams per pool, 40 teams here at the Dakota Classic. As McGuire Rasky will shoot the first pitch foul out of play. And it is 0-1. Rasky is 0 for 1. He struck out looking and also walked, came around to score. In that top of the 3rd inning, that pitch will be outside, a breaking ball that didn't get itself to break all the way through. So the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. A miss inside. Another good off-speed pitch. Rasky didn't bite. Good tick there from the DH. 4 games in 3 days, potentially even 5 games in 3 days. That one's fouled, just out of play. And it's now 2-2. The max, 7 games in 4 days. You play 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. That pitch will be just a bit outside, and the count's full now at 3-2. So here comes the payoff pitch to McGuire Rasky. He'll poke it left side. A tough play for the shortstop as he goes to his right. Long throw across. It is not in time, and McGuire Rasky will beat it out. It's an infield single to open up the top of the 4th inning. The shortstop, O'Brien, had to go to his right, field a slow ground ball, and the throw to first. That's a tough play for any shortstop to make. He made it close, but Rasky was able to beat it out. So leadoff man is aboard on an infield single, and that'll bring up number 3 hitter, Jaden Wiebe. 8th hit the ball game now for the Eights. Rasky will lead away from first. Wiebe is 1 for 1. He walked, then singled. He also came around to score. Here's the first pitch to Wiebe. That'll bounce in. Good block from the catcher King. And it's 1-0. Lights have not turned on quite yet. Shadows are starting to creep out from behind home plate, but still have not gotten there as that one's popped up on the right side. Coming in is the right fielder going down. The second baseman is going to drop, and it's going to roll all the way towards the second baseman or shortstop. He's going to try and win the race to the bag, and Rasky will get over there. Boy, that ricocheted off of maybe the right fielder and went right to the shortstop, O'Brien, who had to come out to make the play and grab it, but then you had a foot race to the bag at second base. I don't know if I would have ever seen anything like that happen before. Rasky was near the bag and looked like it was going to be a catch, so he didn't get straight too far off of first and had to get on his horse to get to second. Here's Andy Gordon. That'll pop the first pitch. Foul. Out of play on the right side. So it is first and second. I don't know if they're going to, I believe they're going to rule that an error on the right fielder. So it's first and second. Here's the pitch to Gordon. That one will bounce to the plate. Rasky takes off for third. He's going to be thrown out at third base. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So that's a tough first out for the Eights. Count is 1-1. Ball got in the dirt. Rasky thought he had the opportunity to get there. It was thrown out by the catcher. King. Good tag applied by Raichi over at third base. Grog got on into the windup, but he was able to step off the mound before he started the motion. Pickoff attempt at first base, and Wiebe just diving back in safely. Count is 1-1 to Andy Gordon. He's 0 for 2, reaching a fielder's choice on an RBI ground out. Here's a ground ball. That's through on the left side. That's Gordon's first hit of the ball game. And it'll be first and second again here with one down to bring up the catcher, Cade Hinkle. Hinkle is 1 for 2. He got an RBI single and opened up the scoring in the top of the first. Reached on an error with 2 outs in the top of the third that extend the inning for another 6 batters that come to the plate. First pitch will come in and cross the zone. Over for strike 1. Wiebe is on at second, Gordon at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's outside, and it's 1-1 here to the catcher, Cade Hinkle. He's caught every inning so far here for Poe State. And for the last 3 years, he's only missed 1 inning behind home plate. 1-1 pitch is on the outside edge. And it's now 1-2. The 1 inning that he didn't pitch, or he didn't catch, he was the pitcher. Spent every doubleheader behind the plate, every inning of every doubleheader behind the plate last year. Here's 1-2 pitch. That's popped up right behind home plate. Catcher King will throw his mask. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. And I'll bring up Jack Merkwan, who singled his last time at the plate. He singled both times he's come to the plate. Infield single, then a hard hit base hit out to left center field. Junior Legion's out in Rapid City this weekend. They've started out 2-0. They played yesterday. They played 1 game today. They'll play 1 game tomorrow, and then 2 on Sunday to wrap up that Rapid City Big Sticks tournament. First pitch is over for strike 1. They are 2-0. Two good wins for the Junior Legion team. Won 15-2 today. Won 10-2 against the Bullets yesterday. That one's on the outside edge again, and the count is now 0-2.
Keep it down.
Merkwan trying to stay at 1,000 in this ball game. 2 for 2 so far. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's lined back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third is going to be Wiebe. He's going to try and score. The throw coming to the plate is going to be a high one, and Wiebe's going to come in and score without a play. An RBI single for Jack Merkwan. He will get to second on the throw. Gordon took third on the throw. So Merkwan's now 3 for 3 with 3 singles, and Post State has a 7-5 lead with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And I'll bring up Brady Getz, the first baseman. Getz 1 for 2. He singled last inning and also came around to score on the 2 RBI single from Isaac Pollock. First pitch on the outside edge for strike 1. Good spot there from the pitcher, Grog. Here's the 0-1. Getz fouls it right back. Pops straight up. And it's now 0-2. Got a little bit of a board in front of us with the padding. I think it might have missed. I don't know how it popped up like it did, but count is 0-2 here to Brady Getz. A little bit of a pause here from the pitcher, Grog. Now here's the 0-2. Getz swings and misses. He'll go down with a 4th strikeout of the ball game from Grog. But not before another run scores. 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. Excuse me, 3 hits in the inning, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 7-5 lead for Post State over Wayzata. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at ComtechPlus.com.
It is going to be the bottom of the 4th inning. Post State has a 7-5 lead over Wayzata here in the opening game of the Dakota Classic for both these teams. Top of the order. Raichi will get his first at-bat. BC and then King. Teachlag left after the 2nd inning. Raichi took over at 3rd base. First pitch is missed for ball 1. Teachlag was 2 for 2. You hope that, and something like that, probably you figure that it's some kind of an injury, and you hope that it's not a long-term injury, maybe just precaution. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled back, and it's now 1-2. And you hope that whatever it is, maybe just sitting out tonight, maybe tomorrow at the worst, and then he's able to play again. Never like to see guys go down with injuries. 1-2 pitches outside, and it's now 2-2. Part of the game, but never fun, especially when you're not getting paid for it. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one will bounce, and it's now 3-2. The leadoff hitter in the order, also in the inning, and Raichi. Dean from the windup. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And there's a strikeout for Dean to open up the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be his 3rd strikeout. And there's a big leadoff man retired here to open up the inning. I'll bring up BC, the center fielder. BC's 0 for 2. He's one of those 3 strikeout victims. Ground out to the second baseman, Weeby, his first at bat. First pitch and a curveball that will miss. Out of the zone, low and away, and it's 1-0. 9 hits so far for the Eights. 1-0 pitch is on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1. I got them as 10 hits for Post State. 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner, now 1-2. Living on the outside edge. Not a bad spot to go. 1-2 pitch, going a little bit farther, making BC swing and miss of that curveball, and it's now 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Dean, 4th of the evening. And here's now King to the plate. With 2 away, nobody on. An RBI double back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball. It'll be fielded by Gordon. The throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 inning here for Dean. We get to the top of the 5th inning. Post State has a 7-5 lead over Wayzata. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Staley County apparel or Post State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
Matt Hanson will lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Eights as they look to extend their lead again. They lead 7-5. They've scored a run in the 1st and 4th. They scored 5 runs in the 3rd inning to have this 7-5 lead. Waiting for the catcher. King was the man that was retired to end the bottom of the 4th inning. So now we're waiting on him to return before we return to action. A chance again to talk about the Sioux Falls West pool that Post State is in. Sioux Falls West is 1-1 so far with a 6-2 win and a 15-0 loss. Beat Jackson, Minnesota, and then lost to Norfolk, Nebraska. Norfolk, Nebraska at 2-0, beating Jackson, Minnesota in their other game 12-0. So Jackson, Minnesota at 0-2. Both these teams will play 2 games tomorrow. Wayzata will actually open up at noon against Sioux Falls West and then play Jackson, Minnesota after that. They'll play the last game of the pool play against Norfolk, Nebraska. So if the score would hold out, or potentially we would see if Post State wins this ball game, we could see that game against Norfolk, Nebraska really mean a lot, especially if maybe Wayzata splits with West and Jackson. You know, and then in all reality, or even they lose to or would beat West and then lose to Jackson. That would really put that into the opportunity for Post State to win the pool. First pitch from Hansen's popped up and in foul territory right at the first base line. The pitcher, Grogg, is able to make the catch. The leadoff man retired here to open up the top of the 5th in just 1 pitch. And that'll bring up Isaac Pollock, who is 1 for 2, 2 RBI single came back in the top of the third inning. 10 guys came to the plate. 5 runs scored in that third inning. Been the difference in this ball game. With a 7-5 lead right now for the Eights. Pollock will try and bunt. He'll pop back. Landed at the post right here that's right next to the crowd mic. It was high up in the air, but make that loud noise. And it's 0-1 here to Isaac Pollock. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, bounce is now 1-1. Much different than Heights Stadium and even the Fitz that we were at Wednesday. The only 2 places that we've been in the Legion season so far. 14 straight games at home before going on the road. There's a swing and miss by Pollock, and it's now 1-2. And Post State will even return home on Tuesday and play Excelsior, Minnesota, and then Huron on Wednesday for a doubleheader. And then head out to Minot Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That one's lined by Pollock out to left field. Left center field, that's down for a base hit. Pollock will round first. He's digging for 2. The throw coming in. He'll slide in safe at second base. And it's a 1-out double for Isaac Pollock. Hard out of the box. Rounded first and knew exactly before he rounded first, he knew he was 1-2. Never broke stride and slides in safely. There's a 1-out double for Pollock, who is now 2 for 3. And that'll bring up Elliott Life. Life is 1 for 3 so far. Leadoff triple in the ball game. Struck out looking, also grounded out to the first baseman. First pitch, outside edge taken for strike 1. 1 down here at the top of the 5th. Eights lead 7-5. Now threatening again. Here's the 0-1. Life will pop it foul on the left side, and it will just get out of play. Actually, didn't even get out of play. Landed right next to the fence. But there's a lot of foul territory here at Harmon 2. And the third baseman, Raichi, needed about another second to try and make a play. If that fence isn't there, he might even dive for it. But because that fence is there, safety-wise, did not want to dive for that one. 0-2 pitch has popped up. Another chance here for Raichi, and he's not going to get that one either. There is a lot of foul territory. And Raichi's trying to cover all of it. Well, the count is 0-2. Still here to Elliott Life. Now here's the 0-2 pitch from McGraw to Life. Right back up the middle. That will get through for a base hit. Pollock is going to round third. He's going to try and score. The throw coming in. It's going to be cut off by the first baseman. An RBI single for Life, and Post State has extended their lead once again. 8-5 lead now here in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring up McGuire Rasky. An 0-2 pitch right back up the middle from Elliott Life. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game. McGuire Rasky 1 for 2. He's singled to open up the top of the 4th. He gets the bat here again with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Pickoff attempt and back in safely as Life. I believe Life is available on Sunday to pitch. Might see him start against Jackson, or might hold him off in case you win the pool. And in all reality, you'll have the idea if you can win the pool or not by tomorrow, because Norfolk 2-0. If you beat them, you're all alive to win the pool. If you lose to them, you're going to have to get some help from this Wayzata team. Counts 2-0 here to McGuire Rasky. Here's a 2-0 pitch. As outside, it's now 3-0. Obviously, that's assuming that you win this game here before playing Norfolk in the first game of what will be a doubleheader for Post State. It'll play back-to-back games against Norfolk and then Sioux Falls West. 2-0 pitch instead, check over again. Post State won their pool back 2 years ago, the Lennox pool. Went to go play Brandon Valley at Brandon Valley that Saturday night. And making it a Sunday in the semifinals of the Dakota Classic. 3-0 pitch. Just a bit upstairs, a 4-pitch walk. And it's now first and second here with 1 down. And they'll bring up Jaden Wiebe. Last year, Post State went 0-3 in their games at the Humboldt region, or Humboldt pool. It was a little truncated tournament. Not as many teams participated in that Dakota Classic, which is a little bit later than normal. They had another Dakota Classic earlier in the summer. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Wiebe is 1 for 2, reached base all 3 times. Walk, a single, and reached on an air. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Comes inside, and it's 6 straight misses now here from Grog. Count is 2-0. First and second, 1 down. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That will come and hit Wiebe now. And he is on base, and the bases are now loaded for the cleanup hitter, Andy Gordon. And that'll bring another conference out to talk. Bases loaded and 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning, and that will actually be the end of for Grog. So it is going to be an 8-5 lead for Post State. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you the changes here after this minute break. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
So Burns is the new man on the mound here for Wayzata with 1 down and the bases are loaded. As Grog goes 4 1/3 innings. We'll give you the totals here when we can, because he's still responsible for 3 runners on base with a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Have put all 3 runners on base for now Andy Gordon, the cleanup hitter in the order for Post State. Just 1 home run so far for the Eights this summer, and it came on Wednesday in that first game win. It was Aaron Booth that hit the foul pole out at the Fitz, his first career home run. Gordon hit one last year, opened up the season against Mitchell. 3:30 down the line and left. Boy, a grand slam would go a long ways right here for Post State. And with Andy Gordon at the plate, it's certainly doable. Here's the first pitch to Gordon. That one out to left field. That one going back, still going back, and it's going to go 1 hop off the wall. Didn't get the grand slam, but he might clear the bases. Wiebe's going to round third. All 3 runs are going to come in to score. A double for Andy Gordon that drives in all 3 runs. 1 hopper off the wall, nearly the grand slam I just about called, but it's a 3-run double. And Post State has a 11-5 lead as Gordon unloads the bases in the first pitch from Burns. Nedved will go and run, Gordon will continue to run. Cade Hinkle, the catcher, Nedved would be the one that would run for him. Here's the first pitch now to Cade Hinkle with a 6-run lead for Post State. It's outside for ball 1. So we'll say this too, because it's a different run rule than what we're accustomed to with just 10 runs after 5. It's 12 after 4, and then 8 after 5. As it counts now 1-1 here to Hinkle as he fouled that one down to the first base coach, Aaron Booth. So Post State up by 6 right now. Could potentially score 2 more runs here, get a 0 on the bottom of the 5th, and actually win the ball game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball that will find the zone as now 1-2. I think Hinkle might have gave up on that one. Thought it wasn't going to cross the plate, but it did. And the count is now at a ball and 2 strikes here to the catcher, Hinkle. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Hinkle will foul it back. We'll do it again here at 1-2. Hinkle's 1 for 3. RBI single in the first, reached on air, and also popped out behind home plate to the catcher. Here's the 1-2. Hinkle grounds it down the first base line. It is a fair ball over the bag. Stepping on the bag at first is going to be the first baseman, Hinderleg. And there's now 2 down. But moving to third base is Gordon. And I'll bring up Jack Merkwan, who's looking to go 4 for 4 in this ball game. And will give Post State a 7-run lead with a base hit. Three singles so far from Merkwan, an RBI in his last at-bat. The last, now 3 games, he's been swinging a good bat for Post State. First pitch is just a bit upstairs for ball 1. A little slow out of the gates for Merkwan in the summer season. But now hitting 6 for Post State here in Game 1 of the Dakota Classic. The confidence continues to grow for this rising junior. Something that you love to see. Love to see on anybody, but love to see on an athlete like Merkwan, who will be doing big things for Pierre sports for the next couple years. That one's fouled back, and it's now 2-1. Right on it was Merkwan. Haven't had anything go right back to us yet. Love to see that foul ball go right back towards the iPad. Obviously, unless the fence breaks, it won't get hit. But here's a 2-1 pitch. For a ball inside that is going to be missing, and is now 3-1. And a good hitter's count here for the left fielder. On deck is Brady Getz. He's 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 3-1 from Burns to Merkwan. That one, Merkwan was taken all the way, and it's now 3-2. So full count. I think Merkwan's feeling confident right now. 3-1 pitch. He was taken all the way. And feels like he can get a piece at 3-2. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Merkwan does pop it up foul, right side, and we'll get out of play. And we'll do it again with a payoff pitch upcoming. Again, a base hit would score Gordon over at third base, who unloaded the bases on a 3-run double. That doubled the lead for Pierre. Went from 8-5 up to 11-5 right now. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's popped up again. Out towards right field. Long run for the right fielder. He will come in, make the catch in Krenner. And that will retire the side here in the top of the 5th inning. But another 4 runs coming to score for the Eights on 3 hits. And the big one was a 3-run double for Andy Gordon. No errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 11-5 lead for Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
It is the bottom of the 5th inning. It is going to be 7, 8, and 9. Excuse me. That's going to be 7, 8, and 9 at the top of the 6th for Post State. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6 here for Wayzata. And a 11-5 lead for the Eights. First pitch from Bennett Dean will bounce in for ball 1 to the number 4 hitter O'Brien, who was 1 for 2. He singled home the first run of the game for Wayzata. That tied it up. But then ground out to the first baseman. Here's a ground ball for Gordon. Boots it over at third. Gets back up. Throws to first. Is going to be in time. Recovers to make the strong throw to retire the first man here in the bottom of the fifth inning. It's a big shutdown inning here for Post State. Scoring a big 4 spot in the top of the fifth inning. And then here in this bottom of the fifth, you can keep this a 6-run advantage if you pick up a 11-5 lead for the Eights. Credder will come to the plate. Here's the first pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. He is 0 for 2. 2 ground outs to the left side. One to Hanson at short, the other to Gordon over at third base. 1-0 pitch. Here's a ground ball to Hanson again over at short. Hill will field. The throw is in time, and there's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And that will bring up the number 6 hitter in Hagan, who is 0 for 2, reaching on air. And his last trip to the plate. Hagan ground out the shortstop. Hanson in his first at-bat, hit over the right side to reach on air in the second at-bat. Curveball that misses upstairs for ball 1. Post State with double-digit hits again. Here's a ground ball to Hanson. Let's see if we get a quick inning here on 3 ground ball outs. The throw to first is going to be picked by Getz. He came off the bag. And it will be an air charge to Hanson. And the quick inning is not quite there. A 1-2-3 inning is not quite there. You still find a quick inning. But it's the second air in the ball game here for the Eights. Rambler now will come to the plate with new life in this bottom of the fifth inning. Just a low throw from Hanson. Just couldn't keep the foot tied up on the bag. He made the catch. First pitch to Rambler. Popped up and out of play. And so it makes its way over to Harmon 1, where we will be at tomorrow. Take on Norfolk, Nebraska at 5 o'clock first pitch on the air around 4:40. Then 7:30 second. Right after that, we'll have a game against Sioux Falls West. That one's lined right back, and that was coming right into your living room. iPad seems to be okay. And the count's now 0-2. I was hoping that would happen at some point. Everything seems to be okay. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball cued off the bat. So the left side for Gordon. The throw to first. There is a 3 ground ball outs. Actually had 4 ground balls in the inning. And Post State was able to work around the lone air to leave that man stranded. We get to the top of the 6th. 11-5 lead for the Eights over Wayzata. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
As we welcome you back here at the top of the 6th inning, it is Post State leading 11-5. John Winkler here on this Friday evening. The Eights are looking to start the Dakota Classic at 1-0. And here as we hit the top of the 6th inning, they could score 2 runs, get another 0. They could win the ball game an inning early with an 8-run rule. 12 after 4 and 8 after 5 here at the Dakota Classic. And being able to take advantage of that could be huge for some of these teams, and Norfolk was able to do that in both of their games, winning 12-0 and 15-0. And it saves pitching. It keeps that pitching down for your team, especially in a tournament that you're trying to go 7-0 over 4 days. Brady Getz swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. He is 1 for 3 with a single, 2 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and is now 0-2. He gets Hanson and Pollock, 7, 8, and 9 here in the top of the 6. And no lights have been turned on quite yet, but the sun is setting behind us. 0-2 pitch is a ground ball to the left side. It'll be eaten up by the third baseman, Raichi. The throw to first will retire Getz to lead off the top of the 6th inning. So one down here in the top of the 6th inning. We'll bring up now Matt Hanson. Hanson will watch that first pitch go for ball 1. Hanson is 0 for 2 so far. He was hit by a pitch. Back in the top of the 3rd inning when 10 men came to the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hanson out towards left center field. And that one backing up to center fielder. He'll make the catch. And a Bessie, and there's now 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Trying to do too much maneuvering around and almost took the iPad out. So now here's the number 9 hitter, Isaac Pollock. Nobody on, 2 away here at the top of the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to the number 9 hitter. Line shot. That one just past the outstretched glove of the shortstop O'Brien in the center field, and Pollock has got his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 4 in the ball game and extends this top of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the order for Elliott Life. Life 2 for 4, a triple and a RBI single. Twice he was retired. That came both in the top of the 3rd inning. It was the 1st and 3rd out. First pitch to Life. He'll ground it to the right side. Taken by the first baseman, Hinderleg. He'll step on the bag at first, and that will retire it here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Post State has 11-5 lead. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is Post State's with that 11-5 lead, as Wayzata will have 8, 9, and 1 to lead things off in this bottom of the 6th inning. They need to start a rally here if they want to come back in game number 1 of this Dakota Classic. They led 5-1 after 2 innings, scoring 4 in the bottom of the 2nd, but the top of the 5th was good for Post State. 5-run top of the 5th, top of the 3rd inning. First pitch will be taken for strike 1 by the number 8 hitter Hinderleg. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled back. Will be now 0-2. Yates scored 5 in that 3rd, another 4 in the 5th inning, thanks to a 3-run double by Andy Gordon. 0-2 pitch that Dean was trying to get Hinderleg to chase, did not. Takes it for a ball, and it's now 1-2. Lights are now on here at Harmon 2. 1-2 pitch is a ground ball to Hanson. Takes a high hop right to the top of the glove. The throw to first is in time. A little charity hop there for Matt Hanson. And the leadoff man retired. Hit the lip of the infield grass and popped right up, head high to Hanson. And there's now 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll bring up Nicole. 4 outs. It's going to be 5 outs remaining here for Wayzata here in game number 1, down by 6. Can no longer trade outs for runs. Here's the first pitch. I want to be taken for a strike. Good first pitch curveball from Bennett Dean. Dean's allowed just one man to reach base in the last 2 1/3 innings. Reached on air. As the 0-1 pitch will get to the backstop, and it's now even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's popped up on the left side. Hanson will call off Gordon. He's on the shallow left field. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down. And that'll bring up back to the top of the order. And it'll be Reishi, the new third baseman, his second at-bat. After striking out in his first one, he took over for Siedschlag, who left with most likely an injury. No word, didn't see anything that's, from where I'm sitting, I didn't see him come up limping or anything like that, but he was removed from the game. And hopefully it's not a long-term thing. Hopefully he's able to return even in this tournament. Here's the 0-1 pitch now to Reishi. Curveball that's taken for a strike, and it's now 0-2. Down to 4 outs remaining here for Wayzata here in game number 1. 0-2 pitch just a bit outside. And a good take there from Reishi on 0-2. So here's now the 1-2 pitch from Dean to Reishi. Upstairs, and it's 2-2. And we'll be at Harmon 1 tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It'll be a much better press box. Actually have a press box. 2-2 pitch is on the outside edge and taken for strike 3. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bennett Dean here in the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. Post State has a 6-run advantage, 11-5 over Wayzata. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Top of the 7th inning. It is a 11-5 lead for the Eights, as they will have 7, 8, 9. Excuse me, 2, 3, and 4. McGuire, Rasky, Jaden Wiebe, and Andy Gordon. And 1 inning behind there. As the Eights have that advantage by 6, looking to extend it. We'll see if Bennett Dean's able to go the distance, although we see someone getting loose in the bullpen. Can't see who it is that's getting loose in the bullpen. Here's the first pitch to McGuire Rasky. It's taken for strike 1. But potentially could be Aaron Booth. Do not see him coaching first base. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Rasky. Upstairs, and it's now 1-1. Rasky's 1 for 2, 2 walks so far. Scored both times that he has been walked. Here's a 1-1. That is on the outside corner, and it's now 1-2. Rasky, Wiebe, and Gordon have been very good here today. 1-2 pitch, good take there from Rasky, and it's now 2-2. Wiebe's been on base all 4 times. Gordon's been on base 3 of the 4 times he's come to the plate. And had an RBI in the other time. 4 RBIs in the ball game for Andy Gordon. 2-2 is outside, and it's now 3-2. So out of 2, 3, and 4, they've been on base 10 of the 12 times they've come to the plate. That'll help get the job done, help you win some ball games. 3-2 pitch. Rasky will ground it foul. Actually, it'll be fair. And it'll be a step on it first. And it looked like it might have been going foul and then going back fair. And Rasky is retired to open up the top of the 7th inning. So then I'll bring up Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe is 1 for 2. He was walked, hit by a pitch, singled, and also reached on an air. Here's the first pitch to Wiebe. Inside and taken for a strike. The bottom of the 7th for Wayzata will be 2, 3, and 4. And they'll have a lot of work in front of them, at least down by 6. 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, is now 0-2. The Eights will be 3 outs away when they take the field of taking care of step 1 of this Dakota Classic. First, or 0-2 pitches in the dirt, now 1-2. You can take there from Wiebe. Norfolk, Nebraska, who is 2-0. That's the first opponent. Sioux Falls West is 1-1. And depending on how things look and how things end up tomorrow night, you could see somebody have already clinched a spot in the winner's bracket, or in the for be the pool winner. Because if Post 8's at 3-0, West has got 2 losses. If Jackson, Minnesota's already got 2 losses. If Sioux Falls West would beat Wayzata, that one's popped up. Left side, going back, still going back. Shortstop, he made the catch. He made the catch. What a play by the shortstop, O'Brien. In foul territory, falling down, makes the grab. What a snag. There's 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning. There wasn't, love to see the catch probability of that one. A grab over there by the shortstop. Tip the cap to O'Brien, making the fantastic play. There's 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Now here's Andy Gordon, 4 runs driven in so far in this ball game. Swings and misses the first pitch. Be followed by Cade Hinkle if he's able to get on base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball that doesn't find the zone, but broke in time to keep from nicking Andy Gordon. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball in the dirt, 2-1. Gordon is 2 for 4. Fielder's choice, reached on a fielder's choice. RBI ground out, single, and then a 3 RBI double. 2-1 pitch. Gordon will chop it left side. Be a tough play in the hole. It's going to go off the shortstop's glove into shallow left field. You got to rule that a single for Andy Gordon, his 3rd hit of the ball game. And the Eights are still live here in the top of the 7th. And we'll see here what, if Bennett Dean is able to go out. We'll see if he's going to try and finish out a complete game. Try and get you his pitch count here to see if he's got a chance. There's a fly ball to center field, going over, still going over for it. It's going to drop out in center field, rolls off the fence. Rounding third is going to be Gordon. Cade Hinkle, he's rounding second. He's going to pull up at second base, and it's an RBI double for Cade Hinkle, scoring Gordon from first, and the lead is now 7. 12-5 here for Post 8. Hinkle's 3rd hit of the ball game, excuse me, 2nd hit of the ball game. He's now 2 for 5. And back to Jack Merkwan, who is 3 for 4 in the ball game. Merkwan with 3 singles. Does have an RBI on that 3rd single. And Dean has thrown 87 pitches, so he's got a chance to finish this one out. 18 pitches to work with in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll see if he does go out or not. If maybe Aaron Booth comes in for his first appearance of the summer. The fact that we're talking about him potentially pitching here in the summer is great. 1-0 pitch is missed, and it's now 2-0. And if Aaron Booth can look like he did in the springtime before the injury, this Post 8 team just got a lot more dangerous down the stretch of the year. Talking about having to win 2 out of 3 to get to qualify for the state tournament. 2 O's on the outside edge is now 2-1. All you have to do is win 2 out of 3 against your opponent, especially if you're hosting. You're the higher seed, and you should be winning those games, but you take the likes of Aaron Booth now in the rotation, opportunity to pitch, and even the state tournament, if you qualify, even better. There's a high chopper that's going to go over the top of the shortstop's head, O'Brien. Hinkle is going to round third. He is about to fall over. He still scores. Merquan safe at second as the throw came in. Hinkle stumbled the whole 90 feet from third to home, stayed on his feet, and scored to make it a 13-5 lead. Merquan's standing at second base after another RBI single. He took second on the throw. I don't know how Hinkle was able to stumble his way home, but he didn't fall. He stayed up the whole way. First pitch to Brady Getz is taken for ball one. I don't know if he tripped over third base or if he just stepped on third wrong and never really regained his footing until after he crossed home. 1-0 pitch. That one is taken for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Didn't want to break his stride and slow back up to gain his balance. He had to keep chugging along, and he was able to cross home. Made it 13-5 now. 1-1 pitch comes inside and will get off the glove of the catcher, and the third base will be Merquan. And the count is now 2-1. And Merquan is over at third base. Looking to extend this lead from 8 to 9 with a base hit for Getz. 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts so far. Ground out to the third baseman his last at bat. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, Riverfront Broadcasting Station. 2-1 pitch on the outside edge, now 2-2. Game was scheduled to start at 7:30. Started at 7:20, 10 minutes ahead of schedule. Ball State went down 5-1 after the bottom of the second inning. The 2-2 is just a bit outside. Getz didn't chase, and the count is now full at 3-2. But a 5-run third inning for Poe State after being down 5-1, gave them the lead. They added another 4 at the top of the fifth. They have scored twice here in the top of the seventh. 3-2 pitch. Getz will foul it back. He stays alive, and we'll do it again here at 3-2. Sioux Falls West at 1-1. They're still alive to win the West Pool, as Getz will draw a walk, and it's now first and third to bring up number 8 hitter Matt Hansen. Really, I don't think Jackson, Minnesota is truly eliminated. Actually, I think they are, because they've lost to Sioux Falls West and Norfolk, Nebraska, who would have to finish at 2-2 also, but Norfolk already at 2-0. That one's popped up right side for Hansen. Going over the right fielder, sliding for it. Cannot make the catch. Another run will come in to score. Taking third base is going to be Getz. And it's now first and third again, with Poe State extending their lead to 9, 14-5. Third run to come across the plate. And they'll bring up Isaac Pollock here with 2 down. And if you're Wayzata, you can't really, you don't, especially in game 1 of this tournament, you don't want to go out and get your pitcher, because you want to finish out, him to finish out this inning, so you don't have to potentially burn another arm, because if he goes more than 30 pitches, he's got to take a day off. Here's the first pitch to Pollock. He'll foul it right back. Popped right back up again. And it's now 0-1. Pollock, he is 3 for 4. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. Sliding for O'Brien, can't make the play. Going to third base, the throw coming in for Hansen. He slides up safely. Taking second is Pollock on the throw. And it's another RBI single for the Eights as Brady Getz comes in to score. Pollock's got his third RBI of the ball game, and Poe State now leads it by 10, 15-5. And it's second and third with 2 away. And they'll bring up Elliott Life, who just said hi to me as he's grabbing a foul ball and trying to pick up his third hit of the ball game. Leadoff triple of the game. Came around to score both times. He's got a hit. He's coming around to score. Has 1 RBI so far, looking to increase that RBI total. They'll pop the first pitch up, left side, and it'll get out of play. And it's 0-1 here to the center fielder. Runners at second and third. Hansen on third, Pollock at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Life will pop it up, foul, and out of play again. And the count is now 0-2. Burns trying to get out of this 2-out jam. A 10-run lead here for Post State. 0-2 pitch. And it's another foul ball off the left side. Count remains at 0-2. Here comes the next 0-2 from Burns to Life. And Life will foul that one, chop it right back behind home plate. And it remains at 0-2. McGuire-Rasky came to get that ball, a little less talkative than Elliott Life. Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Burns to Life. That's outside, and it's now 1-2. Hanson on third, Pollock at second. A 10-run lead here for Post State in Game 1 of the Dakota Classic. 1-2 pitch. It's outside. Now 2-2. Life is the 9th man to come to the plate. He ended the top of the 6th. He bats here with 2 away in the top of the 7th. Here's a 2-2. Curveball outside, and the count's now full. Good job from Life to battle all the way back from down 0-2 to make it a full count. Post State has brought the bats with them, at least for Game 1 here, the Dakota Classic. 3-2 pitch. Pops foul one more time. It remains a full count at 3-2. Have him for 19 hits so far in game number 1. Here's a 3-2 pitch upstairs, and Life will draw a walk. And the bases are now loaded here for McGuire-Rasky, who started this inning out. This has been a long 2-out rally for Post State. First 2 men were retired. Rasky grounded to the first baseman. Weeby popped out in foul territory to the shortstop. And then a single, double, single, walk, single, and another single before this last walk. The last 7 guys to extend the lead from an 6-run advantage now to a 10-run lead. 19 hits in the ball game for Post State. Here's the first pitch to McGuire-Rasky. He'll pop that one foul and out of play. Back-to-back lefties in the lineup. Wonder if this will be... Well, Bennett Dean will return to the lineup tomorrow. He will most likely be the first baseman after pitching here does not hit. Coach White, been very few pitchers that have hit for themselves in any lineup. And maybe Lincoln Keenels will. He's been dealing with a non-throwing shoulder injury that he was able to pitch, but he was not able to hit. So when he went to go start, it was a no-brainer to have a DH for him. Counts now 2-1 here to McGuire-Rasky. But really only Garrett Stout and Gray Zabel last couple of years have been the only guys that if they're pitching, they will still hit. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, it's now 3-1. And Lincoln Keenels would probably be the one guy that would still hit. He's not here again this weekend, but will return next week for this Post State team. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That is outside, and another walk issued, and another run will come in to score. And it's a now 16-5 lead. Rasky will get his first RBI. And we will have a mound visit. Everybody advancing another 90 feet. Jaden Weeby will be the next man to come to the plate. Been on base 4 of the 5 times. He's made a plate appearance in the number 3 hole. He hit a couple times in the cleanup spot for the for the Pierre Governors in the spring season, and even here for the 8s. And went down in the order, came back up. Now he's hitting number 3. See where he goes when Dean returns back to the order. If they'll go back to Gordon at 3, Dean at 4, and maybe Weeby at 5. You can't really go wrong with these top 5 hitters. And Elliott Life in that leadoff spot might be sticking around there in the leadoff spot. Boy, he's been swinging the bat as of late. First pitch to Weeby misses for ball 1. Here's a 1-0, and Wiebe will pop that one foul. Went right back to the backstop, and is now a count even at a ball and a strike. Game reaching the 2-hour mark now. Well, I guess another 10 minutes away. Hour and 50 minutes of this ball game here with a 16-5 lead for the Eights. 1-1 pitch. That one will bounce in now, 2-1. 11th man to come to the plate. Second time that Post State has batted around. They did in the 3rd inning. Now they're doing it here in the 7th inning. Scored 5 runs in each of those 2 innings, but still threatening with the bases loaded, 2 away. And Wiebe out to right center field. That one is deep. That one is going to get a 1-hop off the wall. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Rasky's rounding 3rd. He's going to come in to score a bases clearing triple for Jaden Wiebe. And Post State has opened it up to a 14-run lead. 19-5 here at the top of the 7th. And a lot of cushion for Benedine to finish it one out. He's got 18 pitches left for a complete game for Benedine if they choose to go with Dean. As Gary Nedved will come in and hit for Andy Gordon. 3 RBIs for Jaden Wiebe on that 3-run triple. 20th hit of the ball game for Post State. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Nedved is hitting here for Andy Gordon. He'd be followed by Cade Hinkle. The now 12th man to come to the plate. That is also outside, now 2-0. And Burns just trying to find a way to get this last out. There is action in the Wayzata bullpen out in left field. 2-0 pitch. That one is skied to center field. Going back on the center fielder. He will make the catch. And Bessie will end the inning. But not before Post State opens up a big rally with 8 runs scoring in the inning. They now lead it 19-5 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it. If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone. If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it. But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone. Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently? There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you. When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope, you have everything.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again, with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
It is the bottom of the 7th inning, and Post State has themselves a 14-run lead. Trying to close out in game number 1 of this Dakota Classic. There'll be 2, 3, and 4, Bessie, King, and O'Brien. Benedine's got 14 pitches to work with. Trying to go the distance here in game 1, which would be huge, and that's all that you want from your game 1 start of a long tournament. Or if you want to make a lot of noise in a tournament, you got to have this type of outing from your game 1 starter, who has thrown 6 innings. He gave up 5 runs, but he's gotten zeros in the last 4 innings. 2 of those 3 have been 1, 2, 3 innings. Only an error in the last 9 guys has come to the plate. First pitch is popped foul. And it's 0-1 here to the leadoff hitter, Bessie.
Start us off.
So I should say that again, just 1 guy has reached base in the last 10 batters. It was on via an error. Been the only base runner since the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball for Hansen over at short, and it'll go off the glove, and no chance for Hansen. And so that'd be the first base runner since the bottom of the fifth. Another error that's going to be charged to Hanson. The third error in the ball game now for the Eights. That'd be the fourth error in the ball game for the Eights. And that'll bring up King. Nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh. Again, for Post State, you're just trying to get Bennett Dean these 3 outs here. And Dean trying to throw strikes to get out of this inning without having to use another pitcher. First pitch missed upstairs for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's on the outside edge, now 1-1. King is 1 for 3, an RBI double. Back in the second inning. Wayzata had a 5-1 lead of 18 straight runs for Post State. That's grounded foul just down the third base line. The Eights led 1-0 from the top of the first. It was tied 1-1 after the first full inning. Then we're down 5-1 after 2. Took the lead in the top of the fifth with a 5-run inning. And just have storms past Wayzata here since then. That one is pops foul and out of play. And we'll do it again here at 1-2. But that just, that's credit to Post State. 20 hits in this ball game, 19 runs. That one is popped up center field, back on his life. He'll make the catch. One down here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And it'll bring up O'Brien. Try and see here how many more pitches that Bennett Dean has to work with here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Dean's got 94 pitches thrown, 95. This will be his 96th pitch. With one down here in the bottom of the seventh. Here is the first pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. Get that second out before you hit that 105 pitch mark. Because then you give yourself a chance to try and finish it out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is popped up left field. Coming in is going to be Merquan Hanson going out. He'll make the call. He'll make the catch. And there is your second out. And Post State out away from taking game 1 of this Dakota Classic against Wayzata, Minnesota. And Wayzata will take on Sioux Falls West at 12 o'clock. Jackson, Minnesota. Wayzata, Minnesota will play at 2:30. Then it'll be Norfolk and Pierre at 5 o'clock, and Pierre and Sioux Falls West at 7:30. Pierre will be the home team against Norfolk. And they'll be back as the visitors in the Sioux Falls West game and the visitors against Jackson, Minnesota. So that first game for Post State could be a big one, especially how things look going into that game. I mean, Post State, if they go 2-0 tomorrow, Sioux Falls West would have to win the first game, as it counts now 1-1. But they would, if Sioux Falls West wins that first game and then Post State beats Norfolk, it would set up a Pierre win and you're in Saturday night. That pitch will be bounced all the way to the backstop, and the count's now 2-1. Taking second base will be Bessie. Counts 2-1. Here to the Krenner, who is 0 for 3, 3 ground outs in the first, third, and fifth inning. All 3 have been the left side. Count is 2-1. 1 out away, 5 pitches left for Dean. But trying to get this last guy retired. That one is on the outside edge, and the count is now 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. On the outside, but fouled away. Good job there by Krenner to stay alive. That was on pitch 102 from Dean. So if he doesn't get him in this at-bat to finish the game, hope he gets on base here in the next pitch. There's a swing and a miss from Dean, and that won't matter. Dean throws a complete game. Post State wins game number 1 as they take it with a 19-5 win over Wayzata here in game 1 of the Dakota Classic. The Eights start off the tournament on a high note. 20 hits in the ball game, 19 runs for Post State. We step aside for a minute 2 minutes. We come back and wrap up game number 1. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard. A combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre. Or give them a call, 224-5546. When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wegner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wegner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WegnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WegnerAuto.com or stop by Wegner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today. 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Post State wins game 1 of the Dakota Classic. They win at 19-5 over Wayzata here in game number 1. They had 20 hits in the ball game. Did Post State? They scored 18 straight runs. After being down 5-1 to Wayzata after the second inning, they came back and scored 18 straight runs. They even had a sixth inning where they didn't score a run. They still scored 18 in a row to finish out the win over the Wayzata, Minnesota team. As we will welcome in Coach Nathan Nas, as try and get them the microphone here. But Coach, here in game number 1, you got to like how your team really swung the bat against this Wayzata team.
Yeah. Our kids were talking to some of their kids, and they learned early on that this was kind of like Renner's second Legion team. So they were going up to the plate confidence. Got to tip our hats to their pitchers. They were throwing strikes. Our guys were just having good approaches, sitting back and barreling up balls and really doing a good job of staying gap to gap and put a lot of balls deep in the gaps tonight.
Yeah, 20 hits, 19 runs. You went down 5-1 in the bottom of the second inning, and for the team that we saw at the beginning of the season, it's a much different team than what we saw at the beginning of the season, because that team probably wouldn't have came back from a 4-run deficit. This team not only did that, they ended up winning by 14.
Yeah, we did a really good job coming back in the top of the third to get some runs back on the board and close things up. And then Bennett did a great job of settling in and really pumping a lot of strikes.
As you guys get forward here in this tournament, that's how you want to start this kind of tournament. Hit the ball really well. The 5 runs in the first 2 innings, probably you'd rather not see those 5 runs come up. But for you guys to score 19 runs, get the bats going, that's how you want to start a tournament. You want to get that confidence building right away to come back tomorrow, play 2 games, and have some good confidence.
Yeah, it definitely is. The guys, we were a little loose at the beginning, really tightened up and did a good job of refocusing, taking good approaches, and that'll be big going into tomorrow. I think do we have Norfolk? Yeah, we got Norfolk. They're a good ball team. And then coming back for the game after Norfolk with that Sioux Falls West game, which is a huge game seed points wise.
Yeah, and that's going to be, you set this tournament up pitching wise to you set everything from Sioux Falls West and spread out that way. But you get Norfolk to the first game. I'll tell you what, if you go 2-0, you need to help with Sioux Falls West beating Wayzata tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. But if you go in 2-0, you've already clinched a spot in the quarterfinal round, because you'd be the only other team that can go 3-1 would be Norfolk, and you guys would have the tiebreaker. So not saying that that you put that in your mind right now, but kind of telling you listening at home that you've already got yourself in a good spot. You go 2-0 tomorrow, you might find yourself Sunday night before you even fall asleep Saturday night.
Yeah, that would be big. That'd be big for our confidence, going down the season as we go. Anytime you can come to these tournaments and perform and play well, whether you win games or you lose games, if we can come in playing well and being confident, that's just helps carry on as the season goes.
And you played Norfolk first and then Sioux Falls second. Does that hurt or help that you're playing Sioux Falls in the second game of that doubleheader instead of the first game? Because you don't, obviously Norfolk's 2-0 and they haven't allowed a run. They're 2 wins, 12-0 and 15-0, and they're 2 wins. So you can't really overlook them. But the attention probably is on Sioux Falls West a little bit more than Norfolk. Does that help or hurt?
I think it could go either way, as we've gone through the year, minus the out at 22. There were some of those doubleheaders where we really didn't play real well in the first game and then came back and played really well in the second game. Then out at 22, we played really well in both games. So, I don't know. I like having Sioux Falls West second. That way, we can, we're going to go in focusing on Norfolk, but we don't want to build that Sioux Falls West game up so much that we forget about Norfolk, or we build it up so much that we're in our own heads going into the game. So I think it'll be good to, know that we got the West game coming, know we got to play well against them, but then going out against Norfolk and kind of loosening things up a little bit before we get going into that big game.
You mentioned Bennett Dean, who came back after giving those 5 runs of the 2 innings, got zeros across the board, only had, I believe, 3 base runners. Actually, from the 4th inning on, allowed just 2 base runners, both reached on an error. So Dean threw really well after that, especially after that second inning, and finished out a complete game, which also helps you out too. When you get a complete game out of your pitcher in game 1 of a tournament, that gives you a lot more wiggle room in this long tournament in a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's huge, especially like you said, if we win our pool and we pick up another game Sunday night, just the more arms we can have available, the further and the deeper we get into this thing, the better. That's huge. Anytime you can get a complete game out of a guy, it kind of gives the rest of the pitching staff some confidence going forward.
What's it going to take to go 2-0 tomorrow against Norfolk and Sioux Falls West?
I think we just got to throw strikes. We haven't talked about the Norfolk, but we're going to have Isaac on the mound against West. So just strikes and then continuing our aggressive, really swinging the bats hard, talking to the guys. We talked to them before this game about, ultimately at the end of the season, this game doesn't matter because it's not for seed points. So go up there, be aggressive when you see a fastball, hit the ball hard, and good things will happen.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Congratulations on the first win. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening against Norfolk and Sioux Falls West.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You get to come to the press box tomorrow, and actually, after the games are over, you can talk in the press box instead of being right behind home plate.
Yeah, I like that. It'll be. Hopefully, it's kind of cool up there. White and I are gonna coach the 15-16s in a couple games tomorrow before our game. So if there's a little AC up there, that'll be appreciated.
There's not, but hey, we can make you maybe imagine it. Coach, I appreciate the time. Congratulations on game 1 win, and Post State will play tomorrow at 5 o'clock at 7:30 against Norfolk and then Sioux Falls West. A big win for Post State, 19-5. We'll wrap things up here at Sioux Falls at Harmon Park. In Game 1, Post State wins 19-5. Thanks to Ray Lewis, back at the station, technical producer John Winkler here, back on the air around 5:10 tomorrow for Post State 2 games. They take on Norfolk at 5 o'clock. Excuse me, so it'll be 4:40 tomorrow, not 5:10. 4:40 tomorrow, 5 o'clock for first pitch, and then 7:30 against Sioux Falls West, back-to-back games here on KCCR. Final score, once again, Post State, they get 20 hits. They win 19-5 in Game 1 of the Dakota Classic as they beat Wayzata in Game number 1, as we say so long from Sioux Falls.
You've been listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post State Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Service Master, Rising Hope Counseling, Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AirTech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, B&B Equipment, Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Farting Electric, Olson Plumbing, Agtegra, All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, Lamb Motor, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season long for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.